we really want to lead? Do you know there are people still sitting on other people's land and we pretend everything is okay? That is my challenge today, January the 9th, 2022. This nation must repent, and then people stop beating war drums again, and then we will be able to move, and the Lord will.
All right, there, as you can see, live pictures there of Kalonzo Musyoka, who's speaking at the AIC in Ziwani. That's, of course, a story that we are going to be bringing to you in our consecutive bulletins. But for now, we move on to Narok North, where Moitalel Ole Kenta has called on the government to fast-track the issuance of national identity cards so as to ensure that no eligible Kenyan is locked out of the upcoming voter registration exercise expected to commence on the 17th of January 2022. This even as a section of leaders from the Ameru community in Isiolo County vowed to pursue a political truce between various aspirants from the community and rallying behind one political candidate so that they can too have a say.
Speaking during his tour of various CDF development projects, Narok North Member of Parliament Moitalel Ole Kenta called for a fast-tracking of the issuance of national identity cards to eligible Kenyans to enable them register as voters in the upcoming mass voter registration exercise.
Ningaomba hasa vijana, kama una kipande uende uchukue kura. Na ningataka pia kuambia wale ambao wanasimamia mambo ya vipande, hawa vijana ambao hawajapata vipande tunataka wapewe vipande mara moja ndio waweze kushika kura.
Kenta, who recently launched his Narok County gubernatorial bid, claimed that the current regime has failed the residents in terms of development.
Tungataka tunai atoke mara moja ajitokeze. Aje aambie jamii ya Masai wa Narok pale anapitisha mali yetu ya Mara, mali yetu ya ngano, mali yetu ya bali, mali yetu ya viasi, mali yetu ya ng'ombe yetu kwa sasa, na tuambie ile pesa babilioni ya serikali ambayo inakuja na tuni chochote inaenda wapi?
Sio yeye alijiamusha, ni watu wote wa Narok walisimama na kusema tutampa mheshimiwa Kenda kura. Na tuko na jamii zote Narok, tutaendelea kusema tukae na amani. Watu kama Wakikuyu na wengine wote ambao tumekaa na wao hawaja kuwa na shida na sisi. Jamii ya Maa na jamii ya Narok ipite njia moja.
Meanwhile, ODM Party and Pamoja African Alliance Party leaders differed in public at a funeral over the choice of a candidate of the Kilifi gubernatorial seat in the August general election. PAA party leaders wanted senatorial aspirant George Kithi, who was burying his father in Ganze constituency, to shift position and go for the county's top seat with their ODM counterparts, insisting that he is being misled.
Quit worrying who is against you. Twende pamoja. Kama Mungu amesema wewe ndio utakuwa governor wa Kilifi, utakuwa governor wa Kilifi hata iwe nini. Kama Mungu amesema wewe ni senator, utakuwa senator. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko nyuma yako ndugu yangu. Ukisema twende mbele, tutasimama na wewe.
Na ndugu yangu George, kama wananchi wanasema you can shield the ambitions of being a senator, ukuwe governor, mimi sioni ubaya. Maana wananchi wenyewe inakaa wameangalia, waanza kupima maji na unga. I mean, why not?
Acha nikwambie George, wale jamaa nimesikia wakiongea wote hapa wakikwambia mama governor sio nini, sitawataja majina. Juzi kwa mkia jana walimpigia simu wananiambia pia mimi hivyo hivyo wanapokuambia.
Labda sijapevuka kisiasa, lakini pia fahamu ninazo ya kwamba watu ambao nitawategemea kufanya suluhu la kunichagua ama kutonichagua ni watu wa Kilifi. Kwa hivyo mwisho wa siku lazima nisikize sauti za watu wa Kilifi.
And a section of elders from the Ameru community in Isiolo County has vowed to seek a political truce between various aspirants from the community vying for the same political seat, arguing that rallying behind one political candidate will increase the community's chances of clinching the seat.
Tumeamua tukiwa jamii, wale wote wamesimama, wote wataketishwa chini na wazee na vijana, tuongee reasonably bila kuonea mtu yeyote, na ile tutakubaliania tutoe mtu moja kwa kila political seat. Ile tutakuwa tumeamua kama community kushindania na competitors wengine.
The leaders claim that despite being the second most popular ethnic bloc in Isiolo County after the Borana, the community has gone without adequate political representation. For Lunchtime News, I'm Safin Aching Oma.
Moving on, Murang'a Women Representative Sabina Chege has dismissed claims that she has ditched the Jubilee Party and joined Gatondo South MP Moses Kuria's Chama cha Kazi Party. Speaking in Murang'a, Chege claimed that some people are peddling propaganda about her next political move, saying she will soon announce the party she will use to seek elective position in the next general election.
After Gatundu South MP Moses Kuria generated posters on social media that Sabina Chege and other leaders had joined his Chama cha Kazi Party, the Murang'a woman representative has now come out to contest the claims. She admitted that there are issues with the ruling party, which must be addressed urgently, calling on the party's leadership to give directions.
Na hama Jubilee nienda wapi? Jubilee iko tu, lakini tumengangana nayo kwa miaka mingi. Na tunangojea ni vile wale wako kule juu wametuweka sana. So mimi bado niko Azimio.
Chege, who had shown interest in vying for Murang'a governorship position, further said she is yet to declare the seat she will contest for.
Mimi nitaamua na nitafanya announcement. Wale wanataka kunifanyia wacha waendelee. Hiyo ni publicity, wananisaidia sana. Tunajua katika kiti cha ugavana kuna wanaume 4, Irungu 4, kuna Mwangi mmoja na mama ni mmoja. Kama kuna watu wamegiza baridi, nawaambia kuja polepole tu, sijafanya announcement yangu na nitaifanya.
Her Homa Bay counterpart Gladys Wanga said this time they are targeting to ensure many more women are voted in as governors.
Mara hii tunataka kuinua juu zile idadi ya kina mama ambayo watakuwa governor katika nchi hii. Mimi kama Gladys Wanga na wania kiti ya ugavana huko Homa Bay.
Away from that, stakeholders in the transport sector have raised concern over vaccine apathy among boda operators in Kitengela, Kajiado County. According to the Kitengela Boda Association Riders SACCO chairman Geoffrey Karanja, over 50% of the riders have ignored the jab despite being at high risk of infection due to the nature of their job.
This is Kitengela area of Kajiado County. Players in the transport sector appear to have thrown caution in the air and are openly interacting without donning face masks and social distancing. Boda operators are on the spot in Kitengela for low COVID-19 vaccine uptake, with this trend being attributed to ignorance and misinformation on the jab. Kitengela Boda Riders SACCO chairman Geoffrey Karanja urging the group to present itself for vaccination against COVID-19 as they stood a higher chance of infection due to the nature of their job.
Sisi kama wana boda tunapatana na watu tofauti wanatoka area tofauti, kwa hivyo tunakuwa katika hatari ya kuambukizwa corona kwa dakika yote. Tunaendelea kuhimiza watu wetu kudungwa sindano. Kuna baadhi ya wale wamedungwa around 30% to 40. Kuna wale wanaogopa, lakini tunawahimiza kwa sababu ni kwa sababu ya usalama wao wenyewe na familia zao wenyewe. Hii bodaboda ndio maisha yao, ndio biashara yao ya kila siku. Wahakikishe ya kwamba kwa sababu hawataki walazwe kwa hospitali kwa sababu ya ugonjwa, ndio familia yao wasikuja kuumia kwa sababu the breadwinner amepata ugonjwa. Inatakikana ya kwamba waende wapate chanjo, wachajwe ili ya kwamba kuwe na uhakika ya kwamba hata akipata ugonjwa haitamuumiza zaidi.
The government has been urged to avail more vaccine centers near their workstations to improve their response to the jab.
Hii ugonjwa tukiendelea hivi, Kitengela itakuwa mahali pabaya sana ambapo tutaweza kuicontain. Kwa hivyo mimi ninaomba watu wengi wakubali na serikali ilete chanjo hapa karibu na watu kwa stage, kwa sababu watu wanasema huko mahali kwa hospitali ni mbali sana.
According to data from the Ministry of Health, out of the over 10.6 million vaccine doses administered in the country so far, Kajiado County has managed to fully vaccinate 107,401 people, which represents 16.2%. Kajiado comes in at number 17 in terms of vaccine uptake in the counties.
Muko tayari?
Nancy Quarry, Lunchtime News.
Residents of Myland Estate in Machakos and Nairobi Boda are crying foul over environmental health hazards brought about by illegal quarry activities in the area. The residents are now calling on relevant authorities to intervene.
Locals of Myland Estate in Kamulu area are up in arms over the ongoing illegal quarry activities in their midst by a private owner. The locals claim the dust from the quarry has exposed them to health risks.
The dust which has been chronic to our children, to ourselves. We started wearing masks long before it was implemented by the government and COVID things. So we kindly ask for this issue to be addressed urgently, because now the gaping hole which is being left here is now turning out to be a dumping ground.
The residents also narrated how roads in the area have been rendered impassable, especially during the rainy season.
Ukinyesha, wakaaji wenyewe hawezi fika maboma zao. Magari ndogo hawezi pitia mahali lori kubwa imekanyaga ikasink, kwa sababu hii area ni black cotton huko mbele. Na kwa black cotton ni ngumu sana, ikikanyagwa na lori, gari ndogo ni shida kuingia kama kumenyesha. Kwa hivyo tumepata tabu ya magari kuingia, tumepata insecurity, unapata watu vijana wanakuja huko hatujui na kina nani, na usiku nasikia majumba za watu zinagongwa.
Elijah Mweu, one of the owners of Kamulu Housing Cooperative, which owns the land, said no one had approached them to begin quarry activities on the land.
Hii quarry ni legal kwa sababu ya za shareholder, sioni mahali ninakumbuka. If my mind serves me correct, mahali ambapo tuliweza hata kuelezwa ya kwamba inaendelea. Wakaazi tunaomba kama inawezekana hii jambo iweze kusimamishwa. Hatuhitaji katika maboma zetu.
The residents are calling for urgent intervention on the matter before it escalates to another level.
We now cross borders to Busia County, where at least 33 youth in Butula constituency, Busia County, have benefited from free driving school lessons. This is in adherence to the government's 3 months ultimatum for operators to ensure that they are registered with the National Transport and Safety Authority. Marachi Central MCA Patrick Obuya urged young people to come out and register to benefit from the course, with most of the accidents in the area being attributed to unqualified youths driving without having acquired proper skills.
Serikali imeshaweka mikakati ya kwamba miezi 3 ijayo ni lazima kila dereva awe wa pikipiki ama wa gari lazima awe na driving license, na hiyo itatusaidia katika kupunguza ajali ambazo huwa zinajitokeza za barabarani azazo tunaweza epuka. Na pia ninge appeal kwa other leaders wa support hata wale ambao wamebaki, because unajua hii group ni kidogo sana. Najua kuna wengine pia wamejaribu kutusaidia kutrain, lakini wengine wajitokeze.
Sisi kama vijana, wengi wetu hatuna kazi, wengi wetu tunaendesha pikipiki bila license, wengi wetu tunaendesha magari hapa tuko msitu hapa bila license.
Wengine wetu tunakosa zile fedha za kutupeleka shule ili kujifunza like kuwa driver wa gari au pikipiki.
All right, we now take you to Outer Ring Road, where Bishop Samuel Njiriri is there speaking. We want to listen in on that.
My name is Bishop Samuel Njiriri, the presiding bishop of Stewards Revival Pentecostal Church. At the same time, I'm the chairman of the Federation of Evangelical and Indigenous Christian Churches of Kenya. What I would like to say is to urge our leaders to shun away from divisive politics, the politics that will bring us back where we were 2007, 2008. And I would like to to urge the NCIC. NCIC is an independent body that it should take an action, a speed action, and unless those leaders, the bad leaders who do not love this country, they have sharp tongue to gossip or sharp tongue that will divide our country. And this is our country that we love. So they are volatile, they are just mere cosmetic, they don't love this nation, and we cannot depend on these leaders, and we are waiting them in the coming election this year. And we will mobilize all our members, because the church has a voice, and as a church, we will urge all our members not to elect those leaders who are preaching, wanahubiri kutenganisha wana Kenya. Like yesterday tulisikia one of the senator Mithika Linturi akiongea kuhusu madoadoa, na tunajua Left Valley kuna matamshi kama hayo ambao yalisungumzwa, na wakati kulisungumzwa maneno kama haya nchi yetu ya Kenya.
Live pictures there of Bishop Samuel Njiriri at Outer Ring Road, who is speaking about politics and the church and politics, and the clergy's take on the current political atmosphere. All right, now we move on to an unfortunate story where detectives in Murang'a County have arrested a 41-year-old man who is alleged to have killed his 16-year-old daughter, a Form 1 student at Sabasaba Secondary School. The teenager is said to have been sent away from school on Wednesday this week over school fees arrears, only for her father to find her at home in a compromising position with her lover, who managed to escape. It is said that the father beat his daughter to death and threw her body inside a tunnel along Kennel Sabasaba Road, a few meters from their home. The suspect is said to have later retrieved the body from the hideout on Friday night and placed on the path where it was found by passers-by on Saturday. According to Murang'a South Maragua Sub-County Deputy Police Commander Isaiah Mose, unexplained blood stains on the father's trouser prompted detectives to arrest him for further interrogation.
Nilikuwa naenda Sabani, kupitia hapa kwa barabara nikapata msichana wa rafiki yangu ameuawa, mpaka nikastuka sana, nikauliza kwani hii shida imetoka wapi na ni nini imefanya mtoto auliwe namna hii? Nini inaendelea Sabasaba? Juu mtoto ni mtoto wa shule, mamake amempeleka hii mwaka Form 1, ni mtoto tu mdogo. Hata tumestuka sana, tunauliza ni nini baya.
Kwa bagila msichana huyu alikuwa nayo, inaonekana mtoto alikuwa ametoka shule, ako na vitabu ya hiyo shule Sabasaba Secondary School, ako na uniform kwa hiyo bag, na ako amevaa nguo. Vile ningetaka kuomba wazazi wetu, mtoto akitoroka kwa boma ama unaona amechelewa, ni kazi yako uende uripoti, upeane hiyo report kwa polisi ili ajulikane mahali alipo.
All right, now we go to the day sports, where hosts Cameroon will kickstart the Africa Cup of Nations today against Burkina Faso at the Omnisport Paul Biya Stadium as the postponed continental event finally begins in Cameroon. The tournament was originally scheduled to be played in June and July 2021, but CAF moved the event to January and February 2021 due to unfavorable climatic conditions during that period. On the 30th of June 2020, CAF moved the tournament for the second time to January 2022 following the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic across the continent.
Countries suffering COVID outbreaks will have to play their Africa Cup of Nations matches even if they have only 11 players available. New guidelines from the Confederation of African Football state matches will still go on even if none of the 11 players is a goalkeeper. Any nation unable to fulfill a fixture will forfeit the game 2-0. The guidance has been issued after several nations reported COVID cases before the tournament starts tonight. CAF said that in exceptional cases, the tournament's organizing committee will take the appropriate decision. On Friday, Egypt delayed their departure for the tournament, which is taking place in Cameroon, and were forced to cancel training after coronavirus cases were reported in their camp. The Pharaohs, who have won the competition a record 7 times, eventually flew to Cameroon on Saturday. Arsenal striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was among 2 players to test positive in the Gabon squad on Thursday. Guinea were forced to leave behind defender Michael Drestham, midfielder Molai Sila and striker Seydou Basuma at their training base in Rwanda. Cape Verde and debutants Gambia were hit by several positive tests last week, while Tunisia have also reported cases from their pre-tournament camp.
And the team of Joseph Kagicha, Irene Kimeu, Ronald Wekesa and Ibrahim Lande scored 117 points to emerge overall winners of the 5th leg of the Road to Glen Eagles Johnny Walker Golf Series played at the Railways Golf Club. Coming in second was the team of George Wakaba, David Mbatia, George Yago and Sam Onyambu, who combined for a score of 115 points. Claiming the third and final qualifying spot was the team comprising Simon Onyango, Ronnie Maina, Elijah Washira and Martha Njama, who hit a combined score of 108 points. In other results, Jerry Okal, playing of handicap 24, emerged as the winner in the men's category, having scored 36 points ahead of Joel Kaindi, handicap 14, who also posted 36 points to claim the second position. In the ladies category, Jacqueline Mapesa, playing of handicap 30, claimed the top spot, having scored 43 points, one more ahead of second placed Ivy Kate, handicap 28, who managed 35 points. And that is the latest at this hour. Thank you for tuning in to KBC Channel 1. A lot more news will be coming your way at 7 and at 9 p.m. in our subsequent bulletins. You can also find us on Facebook, on YouTube and on Twitter at KBC Channel 1. More news on our website at www.kbc.co.ke. I am Nisi Imano. Our sign language interpreter has been Byron Abuli. Good afternoon.
are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Hello there and welcome to Able Differently. My name is Jane Theuri. Change is always inevitable. Sometimes it brings joy, while at other times it brings pain. It's in the moment of pain that we have to come up with ways to adapt. Stay tuned as we bring you the story of how Tunu and Wanja had to adjust to the changes in their lives.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
For many patients, the loss of vision is gradual, beginning with blurry vision, double vision, or an increased blind spot. For Tunu Opondo, her loss of vision was contributed by a malignant tumor in her brain, which affected her optic nerve. Take a look.
For many patients, the loss of vision is gradual, beginning with blurry vision, double vision, or an increasing blind spot. For Tunu Opondo, her loss of sight was as a result of a tumor in the brain which affected her optic nerve. Tunu wasn't born visually impaired. 18 years ago, in the year 2003, she realized that her persistent headaches were not ceasing and decided to seek medical intervention.
Mimi am disabled, visually impaired, na nimeupata kwa miaka 2003 ndio niliupata huu ugonjwa. Nilikuwa naumwa na kichwa sana sana sana. Ikiwa ni hivyo nenda hospitali, narudi napewa madawa haya.
After going back and forth for a while, she realized her eyes were also bearing the brunt of these headaches. Luckily, she visited an eye specialist who ordered a CT scan that revealed the tumor affecting her.
At the end of December ndio eye zangu zikaanza kuwa na matatizo. Sasa ndo nikaenda kwa eye clinic. Sasa alivyonipigia huyo eye clinic aliniambia macho yangu hayako sawa. Ndo aliniandikia nikapigwe CT scan. CT scan ndo nikapatikana na tumor.
She had a successful operation that removed the tumor, and luckily, her speech, motor skills, and other bodily functions were affected.
Kwangu ilikuwa na matatizo makubwa sana. Nikafanya operation ilifanywa. Wakanitoa hiyo tumor. Baada ya hapo nikawa kutembea siwezi hata kuongea, manake hiyo tumor imeendelea upande wa speech. Ikawa na tabu sana sana sana. Lakini Mungu alinisaidia sana na familia yangu.
3 years later, the symptoms returned, this time though more aggressive. On checking, the doctors realized her tumor was back. This, as she recalls, led to a major operation that led to her visual impairment.